Cancer, and welcome to your July 2018 general reading. So I hope this finds you well. What I'm going to do, Cancer, in your reading, I'm going to read your cards from the bottom up, because you've got an awful lot of very, very powerful major arcanas in all sections of your life. And I'm wondering if there's a lot of things turning around in your life and it's causing you a little bit of anxiety and stress, because when great change happens, it stimulates an awful lot of insecurity and fear, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Strength card, and you've got the Judgment card. A lot of rebirth, really powerful major arcanas. But with that seems to be coming a little bit of stress and a little bit of worry. So that's why I'm going to read your cards from the bottom up. And I've just looked and the Sun card is here. And that's exactly the feeling that I've got for you, Cancer. And I think what happens is when we move out our security zone, and when life starts to turn around, it can create just quite a lot of fear and a lot of insecurity. And I think that's what the Sun card is a message. The Sun card message is always the same. Relax, everything's going to be okay. Its message is overwhelmingly positive. So you enter July with two cards. I'll start here first, the Ten of Discs and the Seven of Cups. So for some of you, this might be a bit of brain fog around material issues. The Ten of Discs is about stability, finances, could be a new job, can be anything new that's to do with Pentacles, a new house, something completing itself. But it comes with the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is my brain fog card. It's not been able to see clearly and being a little bit confused about certain issues. So I am going to clarify what you're confused about. Because it's with the Ten of Discs, it's most likely to do with finances. It might be to do with communication, because the Eight of Wands is here. It might be to do with travel, waiting for information to come your way. And so there's a little bit of confusion around you, Cancer. So I'm going to read from the bottom up. As I said, in your relationship sector, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a date of destiny. Always has been and always will be. So it seems to be around your relationships. There's some sort of serendipity or some sort of big events happening which are going to enter your life into a new chapter. Very, very exciting card to be showing up here for you, Cancer. In your money and work, you've got the Strength card. So sometimes the Strength card is about having to endure, okay? Having to keep pulling on your inner resources of endurance and patience in order to get to your goal. But it comes with the Ace of Wands. So boy, have you got the power, and have you've got the drive to overcome. In the Strength card, she's taming the lion, which means she's working with her fears of not having enough, of not being good enough. She's accessing spiritual power in order to overcome some difficulties, Cancer. So I'm really, really loving it for you. At a soul level, you've got the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card about celebration. It's about joy. Now, how I read the Three of Cups is these people are celebrating because they've released whatever issues have been bringing them down. There's been a release and there's been a cleansing, Cancer. So you're celebrating, you're feeling light-hearted and joyful. But let me look at these three cards now, because what you most want is the Nine of Swords. So I think some of you, now you're my sixth reading and 3 signs have got this card, okay? So there might be some anxiety in the air. But what you most want is this anxiety to end. Some of you might be up at night through worry. I'm not sure if it's financial worry or it's to do with this lack of clarity around whatever the lack of clarity is about, if it's about relationships, if it's about your finances. There's some sort of lack of clarity which is keeping you up at night. And when I asked for additional advice, I got the Six of Discs. The Six of Discs is a card of reciprocity, dialogue between two people. Sometimes it's about the flow of money. So some of you might be really worried about your finances, or it might be about someone in your life that you're not hearing from. Maybe they've disappeared, you're not communicating with them, and you most want communication so this worry can end. Now the card that's supporting you is the Five of Wands, okay? Quite an interesting card. There's a little bit of struggle here, Cancer, but a diamond is created through friction. I call the fives a difficult birth process. Something really big is happening to you this month. It's really clear with these cards, but it looks like it's a bit of a tense process in order to get this wheel to turn, in order to get this Ace of Wands and to have this deep spiritual celebration that you've got going on. This is really, really common. It's like we don't get the jewels and all this good without going through some sort of inner change process, because that's just how the universe works. It doesn't give anything away for nothing, because your challenge is a Two of Swords, okay? That can be a stalemate, or because of these cards, so something might be at a stalemate and what you most want is communication with another person, or around your finances, or what you most want is peace of mind. But because of that Nine of Swords, this peace of mind is quite hard to come by. There's sort of a place of what you're worried about something, Cancer. I still think it's either about the flow of finances or about the communication between you and another person. It's going to be different for everyone, but by the looks of it, now people don't like to hear this, but it's the stresses that keep propelling us forward to reach out for new opportunities. It's the stresses that keep getting us to grow, that push us out of comfort zone. And this is exactly what your reading's about. Now the outcome is the Judgment card, which is the rebirth card. It's the card of renewed hope, renewed life, and renewed sense of vitality. So I'm not sure, and there's I think for some Cancers this is a relationship issue, and for others it's a financial issue. For some of you it might be both, but it's going to a really, really good place. You've got another Wands card, which is about new opportunities and new growth. But it seems to be, Cancer, with this new growth is coming some insecurity and some fear and a sense of restriction. I'm sort of saying, is this relationships or is it finances? And I keep getting the message that it's probably a little bit of both. But there's a lot of new growth here, and there's an awful lot of new opportunities to turn your relationship world around and to overcome what was holding you back around your financial, about moving forward. And it's always the same, Cancer. It's always fear. That fear locks us away in a little bit of a prison. And I think that Five is a supportive card. It's just a little bit of stress that's pushing you forward this month. And it's always the same, because with new growth comes on the other side. It's like moving house is always stressful. With every new big life chapter comes some stress. And that's exactly what I'm picking up here, Cancer. So I'm not sure if I'll be back doing my weeklies, but I'll be back with relationship readings, hopefully by next week. And I'll do mid-month updates, okay? But you'll get some real growth here, Cancer, and some beautiful new opportunities coming your way. You might have to keep breathing deeply and looking after yourself as you enter into the month, okay? Loads of love, guys. Bye.